Hi, it's Kath here from MoKa Pottery. Just giving you a quick rundown. We've just got a new shipment of glaze in for our classroom, and I'm just going through and doing the initial prep that we do before we put these on the shelf. So I'll just take you through that. So one of the things we need to do is to have a sample tile to show what the final glazed colour is going to be, like that one. And so I'll prepare the tile, prepare the bottle, and then we'll go through that process. So the first thing I do is take the pre-prepared, pre-fired, bisque-fired sample tile. I've got a little bit of, close up. Oh, I've got a little bit of texture on there so that you can see what the glaze does when it's in deeper, and then on the back we use an underglaze pencil, which the black one will fire to cone 5, cone 6, so we can write on this. It won't mark the kiln shelf and it will still be permanent. This is already fired and this is permanently on the back so we can see what we've got. So on this tile I'm going to mark a 2 up here and a 4 up down there, and if you look at this one that I've done, this is not a great example, but there's a line there, and when you look round 2 and 4, this is 2 coats and this is 4 coats. And so it means that you get an idea of what the glaze will look like depending on how thick you apply it. So 2 and 4. And then we're also going to write the number of the glaze, which in this case is C43, and this is Wasabi Celadon. This is a relatively new range from MoKa, and we've just bought one of every colour, so I'm quite excited to get these test tiles done so we can see what we've got. So 2 coats, 4 coats, C43, Wasabi Celadon. We turn that over, making sure we've got it the right way up. We then move to the bottle, and the first thing I'm going to do is write on the top of the lid, C43, Wasabi Celadon, so that if we're looking down on them and they're in a box and we can't see the label, we can still see what it is that's in there. And then I just put an SW at the bottom for stoneware, because we've got some earthenware glazes and we don't want to get them mixed up. So now that we've done that, we give it a good shake. It's the first time it's been opened. Sometimes these can be a bit thick when you first open them. So there's the lid, and then in here we've got 2 things. Inside the lid here, we've got a cardboard insert, which MoKa have said you should remove because it is just part of their packing process to stop the lid melting to the bottle when they use the heat seal to close it. And that would get mushed up and all gungy in your glaze otherwise. And then there's this foil top, which is just to keep your glaze fresh until you're ready to open it, which I'm doing now. I'm just cutting that off. Potter's knife gets used for everything. Don't waste any glaze. And then there's some in the back there, so I'm just going to pop that back into the bottle. Don't like to waste anything. And then that gets discarded. Wipe off the knife. Okay, so the next thing, now that we've got that, is we take the brush, make sure the brush is clean. Oh, that's actually what this is for. And I'm just going to use the end of my brush to give it one last stir. Just to make sure it's nice and even, and then get all the glaze back into the bottle. The brush again, and the brush is ready to go. Just give it a quick dry off, and again 2 and 4, although for this one it doesn't matter because for the first 2 coats we're just going to do 2 full coats. So we'll get the brush loaded up. Once it's loaded up and not kind of soaking any in, then strips off, and then we're just going to do a first coat right across. You've got to try and be quite generous because the first coat it will quickly soak into the bisque, and then do it in both directions, and that's that. Get the excess glaze off of there. Get it clean. Dry off. And then this, got a wee bit of glaze on the back there. I will clean these before they go into the kiln. And then this goes over here. And then we mark that with 1 coat. And then this lid goes back on. Oh, no, wipe the excess glaze off the side. Put the lid back on. And then I'm going to put that in the same order as I've got them on the board. Although I've got it written on the back, it's just really for a visual reference for me. And that's it. Then we move on to the next one.